This is a short video on how to make your Clawbot move forward for 3 seconds, make a point turn, and move forward for 3 seconds before stopping. So I'm going to go over here and click on the circular Robot C icon. And I'm going to go to File and Open Sample Program. Afterward, I want to make sure that I'm in the Vex2 folder. If this says VexIQ, I want to go back to Sample Programs and I want to click on Vex2. After that, I'll click on Basic Movement and click on Moving Forward. The first 2 lines of code are for my hardware setup, and as you guys can recall, we plugged our right motor into port 10 and our left motor into port 1. So I'm going to go ahead and change those 2 numbers so the code works for our robot. Next, we see all this text in green, and these are just comments. So anything that comes after 2 slashes is a comment, or anything that comes in between a slash asterisk and an asterisk slash are also comments. So I'm going to go ahead and erase those since I don't need them. And I have what I need right now. So I have the words task main, which are a couple of words you need at the start of a program. And then in between the 2 curly braces lies my program. So right now my program reads, my robot is going to wait 1 millisecond 2,000 times, or just wait 2 seconds. And then my robot's going to move forward at full power for 3 seconds. So my right motor and my left motor are going to move at positive 127. And 127 is just Robot C's number for full power ahead. And that's going to happen for 3 seconds. After that, I'm going to go over to File and Open Sample Program, and I'm going to go to Point Turns. After I scroll down, I will see that I have 2 chunks of code that I can use. One says turn right at full power for 0.75 seconds, and one says turn left at full power for 0.75 seconds. It doesn't really matter which one you pick. I'm going to pick the turn right. I'm going to Control C to copy that. I'm going to move back to the tab we were just working on, and I'm going to go ahead and paste that below my move forward at full power for 3 seconds chunk of code. So now my robot's going to move forward at full power for 3 seconds, and it's going to turn right at full power for 0.75 seconds. So essentially we made it turn by changing this positive 127 to a negative 127. So instead of the right motor going forward, now it's going to go backward at full power. So if you can imagine your robot in front of you, my right motor is going to move backward and my left motor is going to move forward. So essentially my robot is going to turn on a point, hence why they call it a point turn. After that, I'm just going to go ahead and copy the first chunk of code, and I'm going to paste it one more time down here. And that's it. So when we execute this program, it's going to wait 2 seconds. It's going to move the right motor and left motor. So basically just the robot are going to move forward for 3 seconds. It's going to make a point turn right for 750 milliseconds or 0.75 seconds. And then it's going to move forward at full power for 3 seconds before stopping. So after I have this, I want to go to Robot and then Vex Communication Mode, and I want to make sure USB only is highlighted. After that, I take the orange USB cable. I plug one end into my microcontroller and one end into my laptop, and then your robot, the little microcontroller doesn't have to be turned on. It doesn't matter if it's on or off. Just make sure both wires are in the computer and the microcontroller, and then I'm just going to click Download a Robot. And that's it. If it says you need to download your firmware again, I'm going to go to Robot and then Download Firmware and manually update Robot C and standard file. And most of your guys should just work automatically, but in case it doesn't download, you're going to need to re-download the firmware. Just click on that. Click on this right here. It'll take a few seconds, and then just click on Download to Robot, and then the program should work. After it downloads, again, you should see a little bar going from 0 to 100, which signifies it downloads. You're just going to unplug both ends of the orange wire. You can just put the robot on the ground, and then just turn the on switch on, and then the robot should execute the program.